So Ukraine has once again shown that they are capable of striking the Russian port and oil, natural gas infrastructure system for their logistics to the rest of the world, frankly, as the latest strike from Ukraine has hit Tuapse, a port in Tuapse. And this strike originated obviously out of Ukrainian controlled territories. So when you kind of look at what we're talking about here, it was roughly up in this region right here. You measure the distance and you're looking at about 320 miles or a little over 500 kilometers. So Ukraine is becoming very capable. What is interesting is what exactly happened to all of the air defenses in this entire region of Ukraine, or excuse me, of Russian held territory. Like they traversed all the way here and made it. And the Russian air defenses were virtually non-existent, obviously, because there are images of the port burning, which I won't show because that's a quick way to catch a ban in this racket. Now, why does this matter? Why do we care? I mean, yes, there you can run the measurement from Ukrainian territory to Moscow and you get a shorter distance. So it's easier to see that they can hit Moscow, but that's not as juicy of a target for the Ukrainians, frankly. And they've proven that as they continue to hit Russian oil infrastructure, specifically the port system. So Russia has an extensive port system when it comes to dealing with logistics in oil, and I'll kind of talk about that. They have three major ports in the Gulf of Finland right here. They have Primorsk, they have Ust-Luga, and they have Vysotsk, and those three make up a big majority of Russia's capability in oil, and we've already seen Ukraine strike Ust-Luga. They also have the Novorossiysk port, which is down in the Black Sea down here. They also have, which obviously this is a major target because it's so close to the battlefield. They also have the Kosmino port, which is more over in this region here near North Korea. But also remember that this is where pipelines have ran, and Ukraine has shown the capability to strike the pipelines over here. You have the Murmansk port, which is way up north. It's up by Finland, somewhere up in here, which puts it pretty far out of range. And those are the 6 ports. You have the 3 here and then 3 that operate in the Gulf of Finland. So why does this matter? Well, 200 million tons of oil move through these 6 ports annually, and that's worth about $100 billion for the Russians. Ukraine hitting these ports is striking at a major artery in the Russian economy. Considering Russia's GDP is about 1.7 trillion, that is about 6% of their economy running through these 6 ports. In the US, were that to be ground to a halt, that would be like stopping the entirety of retail trade for a year, as retail trade makes up 6% of the US economy. This is something Ukraine has shown remarkable capability in executing, and with sanctions, the worker shortages, limited tech access, and logistics troubles, Russia's economy is being dragged down further and further. Ukraine over time will be able to damage these ports and infrastructure at will with capabilities that are greater than they currently have, and it will lead to Russia not being able to repair this port infrastructure faster than Ukraine is destroying it. And this obviously is going to cause major problems considering that Russia is just a big gas station for whoever their trade partners are at this point. And when you cannot deliver the oil or the natural gas because Ukraine continues to damage, destroy, take offline that infrastructure, it's going to start wearing down on one of the core pillars of Russia's economy. And so we need to watch this closely because Ukraine is doing this effectively. They cannot get enough equipment from the West as of right now, so they're taking a more asymmetric approach and striking at the heart of logistics, which is a major artery to Russia's economy.